Bookmakers review. It is a Friday, the last Friday of the NBA regular season. I'm back with one more NBA pick here to close out the regular season before we start off with the play-in tournament next week. Going with the Utah Jazz -1 first half against the Phoenix Suns here in this one. Now, the Suns have had the first overall seed clinched for a very long time. In fact, they've played 6 games since they've clinched the #1 overall seed. And you can tell kind of since then, they haven't necessarily been playing up to their potential, have been more worried about getting their guys back like Chris Paul, getting their rhythm for the playoffs, and making sure they can avoid injury and can be ready to go once the playoffs actually start for them. And I think that could play a factor into tonight, whereas I think they could use this game as their final tune-up for the playoffs, just a little bit more than a week away from when they would start games, and then rest on Sunday against the Kings. They could very easily also just play a half or 3/4 of this one and then start to rest their starters and then fully bench them as we get to the final game of the regular season. So a lot of outcomes of how the Suns could play this game. It's one of the reasons why I like the Jazz so much here in the first half, because the Jazz are just still fighting for playoff positioning. They want to stay out of the 6th seed as much as possible, stay in that 4-5 matchup, and potentially have a matchup with these same Suns if they can win the first round and head into the second round of the Western Conference playoffs. But Utah has been extremely good at home, as we have touched on throughout this entirety of the year. Every time I handicap Utah, always have to mention how good they are at first halves at home, and it's one of the reasons why I like them here at -1, averaging more than 120 points per 100 possessions in their home first halves this season. Been absolutely incredible offensively. And if the Suns decide that getting ready for the playoffs and getting the game in is more important than playing defense and winning this game, I think you could see the Jazz come away with a halftime and probably a full game lead as well. Phoenix is averaging less than 100 points per 100 possessions over their last 6 games since they clinched the top overall spot. So you can kind of tell they're more reliant on working on things and getting their guys healthy than they are about winning basketball games right now. And during those last 6 games, Suns have been second in the league in pace too, so they've been playing up in pace, a little carefree attitude. I think that's going to lead to the Utah Jazz here being a pretty good play, -1 in the first half. So add that to your NBA picks. Best of luck to you on this one. Of course, we will see you right back here next week for the play-in tournament. But until then, best of luck to you on all your NBA picks.